Greetings, friends. The story of Am Yisrael is a story of a rising from the depths. This is also the story of each individual. The greatest of the great admit that they have a mountain to climb. Listen to King David, quote, "I am a worm and not a man, scorn of humanity, despised of nations." At the beginning of history, Adam and Eve rebelled against Hashem. The rest of history consists of their children's efforts to climb up from the pit. Then the Mabul, the flood, destroyed the world. Noach's children have to rebuild it. In this week's Parsha, Lot debases himself. He could have been the closest Talmud of Avraham Avinu, but instead he embarked on a shocking free fall into moral decadence. And from him, Mashiach comes. How on earth can we understand this? My friends, this is the very secret of redemption. King David exemplifies this spiritual journey. This is why he is the eternal king. He is the one who says of Hashem, Mikime, me afar dal. He raises the needy from the dust, from the trash heap. He lifts the destitute to seat them with nobles. The word dal means needy. Why are only the needy raised from the dust? Because in order to be raised from the dust, you have to know you are needy. You have to know you're in the dust. Only the needy will cry out to Hashem. The arrogant who think they are already high will not call out for help because they don't think they need it. Only the one who knows he is destitute will eventually be seated with the nobles of his people. King David descended from Lot, who made such mistakes that he truly descended to the trash heap. From Lot came Ammon and Moab, who alone were prevented among all the nations of the world from ever joining Am Yisrael as converts. Their entire behavior pattern is in opposition to the life of Chesed, by which the descendants of Avraham Avinu live. Ammon and Moab to Am Yisrael are like two positive or two negative magnets which repel each other by nature. And yet, buried in this trash heap was a diamond which had rolled there from the earliest days, a diamond broken off from Lot's uncle Avraham Avinu, the prince of Chesed. Ruth, great-grandmother of King David, emerged from the darkness of Moab. In the trash heap, hidden from all eyes, the diamond is hidden. Perhaps there, the Satan, the Yetzer Hara, will leave it alone. Perhaps he will not see it. Among the greatest people, the Talmidei Chachamim, the righteous of the righteous, the Yetzer Hara is forever busy trying, God forbid, to seal the fountain of sanctity flowing out into the world. But in the trash heap, who even notices? It's not worth even looking. Who wants to sift through the garbage? Years ago, our daughter in Israel was working in the kitchen. Her keychain was accidentally pushed off the counter into the garbage. When she discovered the loss, She was extremely upset. These keys were irreplaceable. She had looked everywhere. Perhaps she should search the dumpster outside. Maybe the keys had dropped into the garbage bag, but she could not bring herself to dive into that pile of filth. Her youngest child is a lively young man named Eliyahu. On this day years ago, he had been a little obstreperous at Cheder, and the Rebbe had sent him home. He walked in as his mother was contemplating diving into the dumpster. What a great thing for a good-hearted kid just home from school. He loved to dive into the dumpster. What an adventure. Shortly afterward, Eliyahu walked in with his mother's keys. My friends, pardon me, but we have to be willing to jump into the dumpster of our own soul. This is where we're going to find the diamonds. Like David HaMelech, who said, Min HaMeitzar, from the depths, I called upon God. Like Eliyahu, who ran after his mother's keys. Today, when the entire world resembles a trash heap, we have to know that we're going to extract diamonds. Lot's moral corruption was necessary for the seed of Mashiach to germinate. We're not going to imitate Lot, God forbid. But if we fall, we have to know that we can arise. Though the righteous one may fall 7 times, he will arise. That's a quote from Mishlei. The most glorious tree arises from a tiny seed buried invisibly in the dark earth. Pirkei Avos tells us, know from where you came, from a putrid drop. The anti-Semites want to say that we are beneath contempt, but we know exactly who we are and from where we came, and so does Hashem. Soon and suddenly the son of David will arise from his deeply hidden place, and the Torah he brings will illuminate the world like the sparkling radiance of a brilliant diamond. Good Shabbos, friends.